in the always hard decision, picking who I want to play.
So we're playing Risk of Rain.
We are.
It's a fun little game. Let's start, and then I'll ask you some questions.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh
Here
yeah,
we are.
I don't have a pond.
oh, you just arrived here.
I just am.
You just are. Alright, well, I haven't properly introduced you. Welcome on in, Scully. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
Do you want to start with the first question?
Yeah.
Alright, first question is, why did you accept the invite?
To like do this
Play
interview.
with me? Yeah, yeah.
I mean, because I enjoy hanging out with you. You're a nice person. Plus, and this is weird because I don't like talking about myself
Yeah.
usually, but whenever people do have questions about me and who I am and stuff, I do like telling them. It's like, hey, you know what? This person is genuinely interested, so why not give them what they want?
Mm. Okay. Interesting. Why is that?
That is also a really good question. Probably just because I'm a very, like, I'm a very sociable, I'm a very people person. At least when I have the energy to deal with people.
Yeah. That makes
So,
sense.
like, you know what? I feel like hanging out with people. Let's make it a good experience.
Yeah, okay. What do you do?
Like, for work or just like my day-to-day life?
However you want to answer that question.
No, these are all open-ended.
Yes.
It's
Most of them are anyway.
choose your own adventure book, I see.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
Well, for work, I currently get paid to watch my brother. I'm a respite worker.
Okay. What does that mean? What's a respite worker?
Basically, like a babysitter, but like not for children. So like I
Okay.
can help. Like let's say somebody has like an older family member that
Uh-huh.
they're like, man, you know what? I love this. I love Peepaw, but I really need to get out of the house. They would call me to like watch them for however long they need.
Okay. I see. There's the idea of like a caretaker fatigue, basically.
Yes,
And
I
so,
basically my job is to give people a break from that.
okay,
hmm
that's cool. And do you only do that for your family, or have you done it
As
for
of
others?
there was a chance to do it for somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
but they were just in a really bad neighborhood. But I would do it for others if more opportunities arose.
Okay.
I mean, I also stream. I love doing that.
Yeah?
Really
Do you want
enjoy
to
that.
talk more about that?
Basically, COVID happened. Everybody remembers that time. The old bad
Yes.
stinky. Anyway, my dad just went up to me and he was like, "Hey, I've been watching people like play games and stuff on the internet and they get money for it. Why don't you do that?"
Wait, so he was watching streamers before you were?
Yeah, basically.
That's crazy.
There's not a 0% chance that he was watching T-Pain, which is technically in a somebody in the same line of work as I now.
Oh, goodness. That's funny.
So yeah, then I was like, I was weighing my options because I was thinking about doing YouTube videos at first.
Uh-huh.
Because I did it before. I was like, I want to say 13, 14. Had
Mm-hmm.
a crappy laptop that could barely run any Flash games.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
would just, I was also really big into the Five Nights at Freddy's series then.
Ah, yes.
And then after realizing that I would have to learn how to edit videos
Oh,
and
yeah.
also, you know, YouTube's a lot more strict. You can't say the no words or your videos just might as well not exist.
Yeah.
So I had a friend who really big into the fighting game scene, even like go to
Mm-hmm.
tournaments and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Um yeah, he also streamed his games sometimes. So I learned from him how he did it.
Mm. All
And
right,
that's how it
cool.
started.
Nice. How long have you been doing the streaming thing
I
so far?
believe it's gonna come on 2 years now.
Ooh. So we started around the same time. That's cool.
Yeah, I believe I
Mhm.
met you when, because it was after the infamous TF2 stream.
Yeah, I never saw your TF2 stream,
You
so
don't want to.
all right.
It was filled with
It was a bad
little
time.
baby children. Yes,
Okay.
I did not expect to start working at kindergarten class that day.
Would you like to move on to the next question?
Yeah, if you're ready.
Why do you do what you do?
Combination of because I enjoy it, feel responsible that I have to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and if I don't do it, that means somebody else has to, and I'm too much of a people pleaser.
Hmm.
So I don't ever, if I can not inconvenience someone,
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer to not, you know?
Okay.
But that's just more generally speaking for why I do like respite work and day to day for streaming and stuff like this specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It's I've always been a creative kid.
Yeah.
Um, I always loved just being a dumb little goofy child and being like, hey, I like this. I'm gonna talk about it all the time and
I see.
like think about it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is gonna get a bit personal, but I feel like that's kind of the point. Growing up, I wasn't really able to be super expressive and creative,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and so it's I try and get it out whenever I can, and
Hmm.
that's why I'm always super supportive of like my friends' projects. I'll always like if they want my voice for something, they can have it.
Yeah.
If they need like any kind of support and I can give it, I will very much happily do it
That's
because
nice.
art is amazing.
Art's pretty
You
cool.
know,
I do enjoy the good arts.
I hope so.
As if there's bad art.
That's true.
Do you make things?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Okay.
Um, I do have the want to make things.
Okay.
Um, I believe I make something whenever I stream and stuff like that, but I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like whether you can classify that as art in a traditional sense or just things of substance in a traditional sense. No.
Hmm. I think it counts.
I do feel like I definitely help others make things.
Okay.
Like I give people like ideas and inspirations to let them create stuff that they want.
Mm.
Like a good example would be like when you made a technical avatar for me before.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Like
That
I
was fun.
felt like because I created a character that people
Mm-hmm.
enjoy, uh it gave you the want and drive, even if it was just because, like, hey, I could draw, I want to draw something, let's draw this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it still let you be creative and make something, even though it's semi-connected to something I've also made.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And through like making, I think I've also helped inspire like making Voidy,
Mm.
aka Game Archive, and Burrito,
Mm-hmm.
aka Sir Burrito, all at Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Good people.
mhm. Like I've also like made them want to have their own little avatars and characters, because even
Mm-hmm.
if it was just like, yeah, I don't want to show my face, it still made them have to create like an icon for themselves, like an
Uh-huh.
avatar for them to speak through. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna like take, I'm not gonna like pretend I'm the CEO of that idea as a whole, but I think from like people seeing that, hey, it worked out for him, why not me? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So even
Um,
if I myself am not creating, I'm helping others create.
mm-hmm. I guess
Oh,
that kind of bleeds into the next question, which is why do you really make things? So I guess the answer to that would be just you like inspiring other people to make things.
yeah. That and just like all human beings want
Mm-hmm.
to create.
Yeah, we've kind of got that creative drive in us.
Hmm. It's like a want everybody has, even if some express it more than others.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, through making um this character that I'm speaking through,
Mm-hmm.
um, it has allowed me to express myself more creatively, and so I even have been like making up like lore and ideas for what this character, like who this character is and what they would be.
Mm-hmm.
Even if most of it started just because chat was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you're an undead character. That means you weren't dead at some point.
Yeah.
Give us a story."
Give us a story.
Hmm.
Oh, I love that.
And
That's very cute.
that and an April Fool's joke where
Oh.
I was like, "Hey, you know what? I've had an avatar
Mm-hmm.
speak through a while. Today's April Fool's Day. What if I just changed it to a random person?"
Oh, that's funny. Who did you choose? Or just
Benjamin Franklin. I
uh
just picked a random person off the top of my head.
uh-huh.
And so I was like, "Hey, you know what? What if because you know, I was expecting people to just take it as a like a haha,
Funny.
yeah, as a funny.
Uh-huh.
People started genuinely asking. I was like, "Well,
I guess I am now.
incarnation, reincarnation."
We all have the same
Uh,
skeleton underneath.
since then, I was like, "Hey, you know what? This means that people would actually want more from this character, so I can make more." So I've been able to like create a story with them,
That's cool.
and I've been wanting to try and incorporate all of you guys into it
Aw.
because you're all cool and awesome.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet. Who is someone you like?
Ooh, I think everybody's cool for a lot of like different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much somebody who tries to see the good in people.
Mm-hmm. Not always succeeding?
No, because I do, because you know I have limits. I am still a human entity after all.
Uh-huh.
So I do have a threshold. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but I do have a point where I'm like, yeah, I don't care about how much growth and change you've done. I despise you.
I see.
Um, I don't know. It's a difficult question for me to ask because if you name somebody, I could tell you why.
All right, pick
You
somebody.
know, I gotta go on a case-by-case basis. Well, I would have to say is a big inspiration for me.
All right, tell me
I
about
really,
Surfins.
it's just that he was just like a really like he was just an example of somebody that like helped me realize that what I'm doing is more than just being dumb on the internet. There are people that like care.
Mm-hmm.
He's an example of somebody who's made it in my eyes
Mm-hmm.
because they're doing what I want to do.
Mm.
Uh, I really like Shogun because I mean he's smart. He's introduced me to a lot of like really cool things.
Yeah.
He really like I could never underestimate or understate how like important it was when I played Payday and then he asked if I wanted to join
Uh.
because that was after the TF2 stream. I think that was like
Oh.
directly after.
Uh-huh.
And I was like I thought I was in a slump. I thought I reached the point where most entertainers don't ever want to go, where
Of
they
no return.
they found their thing.
Oh.
Like that is all they will be known for.
Mm.
Nobody ever wants that because like nobody ever wants you to do anything else.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like fun.
And people don't like doing the same thing over and over forever.
Mm-hmm.
We like a little variety.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What about yourself inspires you?
Just the fact that I can, like, to be honest, I guess just the fact that, like, even if it's only because I feel like I gotta do certain things for other people, that I'm just able to do it regardless of how nervous I get. Because honestly, before, like, any time I hit the start stream button, I get super nervous.
Yeah.
I was extremely nervous about this interview because I was like, I wonder what kind of questions. I wonder what information about me is gonna get
Distributed.
distributed because of this interview. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But even if it is only because like, hey, you know what? I agreed to it. I gotta do it. It'd be kind of a bad move on my part. I'm still able to, and even like things about myself that I know they didn't stem from good things. Like even if I'm having a crappy day, I'm still able to like, if somebody like needs me, I can just slap the sad away for a minute and be the person that others need me to be. Even if I know that's came from a bad spot, it's still a good thing, and it's still something that I think others should be able to do. And even if I'm not the best example, nowhere near it, if you're asking me, I still feel like it's important to show that.
Yeah.
Like these are traits that I think other people should want to have. I just hope that I can show them off and have people try to do them just from a spot of less from a better spot. Give the good traits from me that I want other people to have better origins.
I see. Okay, I think that makes sense. How do you react in uncomfortable situations?
It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I'm very, very much a depends on the situation kind of guy because I've been through quite a few, and best thing you can do is just work with what information you do have and just react accordingly.
Is there a most common reaction you find yourself doing?
I say now, I immediately try to understand more. Like, like obviously, it really depends on the situation, naturally, and like what specifically is bothering me. But I am gonna say, because most unusual situations derive from other people, um, I try to understand more about what's going on and why this person is doing what they're doing. Because unless you're just, genuinely just being like super crazy around me, like something that would bother most people, I'm usually not bothered by a lot of things.
Okay. What do you like about yourself?
Ooh, oh man. That's a question. If you ask on different days, you'll get different answers.
What do you like about yourself today?
I think that because I bring something that resembles joy to people. Because even if I don't like certain aspects of myself, um, those are things about me that other people like. And so, um, I've been trying to, because we're forever always going to be on a quest to better ourselves mentally. I've been wanting and trying to look at myself more positively,
That's really hard
and
to do.
it very, very much is. But I think fundamentally, at the end of the day, no matter what, I think I will always have the fact that people enjoy stuff that I do.
Yeah.
Even if it's to me, it's me doing really crappy improv. Somebody else enjoys that, and that to me means sometimes, on a good brain day, means more than all of the stuff I don't like. I really like the fact that I have been able to bring people together,
When was the last time you were validated?
like on a small level. I would say I'm constantly validated by oh, and I'm dead. Cool.
Oh, well,
Um,
okay, there we go. So much for
by
looping.
by Voidy. Probably because we're together. Um, but on a grand scale, I guess I would say the last time I felt like really, really validated and proud um was when I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, that was just me to myself, because I was like, yeah, you know what? I dealt with all the nonsense
What
because
degree do you have?
my psychology, sociology, and social science degree.
Okay. Is it an associate's, a bachelor's?
Whatever the lowest level is, the starting one.
So associates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
Even then, I felt like it was mildly undercut just because of the fact that I got younger siblings. They don't care. They don't want to sit through crap like that, but I wanted to sit through crap like that. It was my moment. So I was also mildly irritated that day. So it was like, God, this is my moment, and
You're not
it's
paying attention.
yeah, exactly. Which I know is a little selfish, but
You were very proud of yourself.
I'll say that was the last time I felt personally validated. I just remember there was like one time, and I'm not gonna get too deep into this because it's personal, but like I wasn't feeling good. This is like my first like genuine healthy relationship, I would say, ever. And so naturally, you know, I got things to work out.
Yeah.
When you're when you have trauma,
It does that to you.
your brain starts to like your brain holds on to that, and it's like, all right, well, this
We're
person
never
will
gonna-
remember this.
Yeah, we're
And
never
it's
gonna
also
experience that again.
And so anytime anything like, anytime something remotely similar that like you've experienced before comes up, your brain's like, all right, we know what to do. We've gone through this before. Let's put on the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get our metaphorical weapons out. There have been many times, not many, but there have been a few times where like stuff like that has happened with
Mm-hmm.
who I'm with,
Mm-hmm.
and like every time but I was like, yeah, I put on my armor. I get ready. I charge in expecting a monster, but instead I get puppies.
Puppies.
And there was one time, I don't even remember what it was over. I think I was just feeling insecure about like how weird my family is, or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very good, not good brain day.
Yeah.
And no exaggeration here. I counted it. She made me cry like 4 times in the span of one conversation.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She very much is. I'm a very lucky guy,
I'm so glad you have her.
Lately.
Who are you?
Ooh, what do we all love to know?
Who are you to yourself?
Oh, that's an even deeper question. You went, oh, I'll raise you one harder. um, I guess whatever I need me to be, whatever I need that day, whatever I'm feeling. I feel like I'm a very
Adaptable.
yeah, adaptable, jack of all trades kind of person. Because
Mm.
just due to the circumstances I'm in, with just like how my life is and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to practice or do as much as I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I could.
Hmm. You know you have the talent in there.
Yeah, not even just the talent. I know that I have like the ability to do things if I put myself to them.
Mm.
It's just because I'm
In the situation that you are, don't feel
yeah,
like you can.
yeah, exactly.
What if you had the freedom to do whatever you want? What would you want to do?
One thing I would really like to do is um get better at drawing. That is one thing I would love to do.
Mm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
then even though I love my artists
Mm-hmm.
and people I work with, I would like to be able to like make things more that are like entirely mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just give ideas to people, but wholly create things
Mm.
solely for me. Plus, it would give me another avenue and outlet to express not only myself, but like, hey, I'm feeling very thankful for the people I have in my life today. I'm gonna draw them something nice or
Mm.
things along
Mm-hmm.
those lines. I would definitely more time to try and focus on my mentals and make
Mm-hmm.
sure that I'm becoming the person that I like want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one thing for sure, if I had more freedom, I would love to participate in like as much stuff as everybody's doing as I can.
Just being everybody's business.
Yeah.
Outside of race, gender, and career, how would you describe yourself?
Let's say I'm a person that likes to explore and try new things and understand. I'd say I'm a very understanding person, both in the sense of, somebody's like, "Oh man, I'm going through this,"
Mm-hmm.
and also just in the sense of, I like trying to understand things,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably a big reason of why I don't like the concept of like Eldritch horror.
Because you can't understand them?
Because yeah, it's scary because you can't understand them. But I'm like, you're looking at it. What do you mean you can't understand it? I could get not describing it or not being able to describe it. But what you mean you can't comprehend it? It's a thing. It's right in front of you.
Next question is, what is something that scares you?
Ooh, many different things.
Okay.
Heights. I was just thinking about this one earlier. Snakes.
Snakes. Okay.
That's fear of snakes was because there was this hunting game my grandpa gave me on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and one level took place in, I believe, Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got out of an escapade with an alligator. or a crocodile. I don't know. I wasn't looking. I was trying not to be eaten. And so I'm like silently tiptoeing through the brush, trying not to draw attention to myself. And then,
Mm-hmm.
wham! Snake jumps right in front of my eyes.
Oh, goody. Yeah, that'd spook you.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know,
Ah,
11, 12, maybe.
eh. Like, now I hate snakes.
I was like, yeah, this is one of the most terrifying experiences I've ever had. I
Well,
don't mind
that's,
them if they're in like a controlled environment, like at the
yeah.
fair, where they're
Just
like,
not in your
hey,
face.
hey, hold this. But if I ever hypothetically end up in the jungle and I see one, I wouldn't call this a fear, but more of like just an anxiety thing. I'm always nervous about giving off the wrong impression to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like like somebody thinking that I'm upset or in a bad mood when I'm not, and so they don't like talk to me even if they really want to or need to.
What is the hardest thing you've ever had to overcome?
Ooh, easily very very easily my post-traumatic stress disorder, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at different points in my life that answer would be different, but if I'm looking back as a whole, that because I had to one accept and understand the fact that I was in a very bad spot.
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing in life and what was happening to me wasn't okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to accept and discover the severity of how not okay it was.
Yeah.
Then I had to accept and process the responsibility of I had to find that balance of like being responsible for how it affected other people,
Mm-hmm.
and just not torturing myself.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to be like, yeah, I'm sorry about blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing to put yourself in your own Silent Hill
Be
where you're
like,
just
how could I
always,
have done this?
yeah, how could I have done this? I'm always going to apologize whenever I see you about this event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um
That's very hard.
then there was just the actual, mental, all the bullshit of
No, you
post-traumatic
don't
stress
swear.
disorder in general. Because to just give it an example, you have like no moment of peace
Yeah.
when you're in the thick of it. You go to sleep, you have nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
That is if you can sleep.
Yeah.
Then every waking moment of your day, I mean, obviously, depending on why you have it, it'll this could be different. But for me, it was a very urban situation that caused me to have this, caused me to develop this. So then you're crazily paranoid. You're always looking over your shoulder. You're anxious no matter where you go. And because your brain is like hyper focusing on this specific event to such a degree, damn near everything reminds you of what you went through. You'll hear somebody say a name and you're like, oh god, oh no.
Oh no.
You'll smell something. You'll like see something go by. There's also obviously, the thing everybody knows, the flashbacks, the memories. Which unfortunately that's the only part that is portrayed accurately, because it really is just like reliving
You're
it again.
suddenly there. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was able to remember how the room smelt, and I was like, I don't even think I smelt this when I was there.
Brain's a weird place.
Very much are. One thing that really helped me get over that was going to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to, say this to anybody who is going through just anything in general.
Yeah.
If you can and you feel like you need it, you should try and start therapy. And just know that even if, like, when you start and you find out that it's not working, that doesn't mean that therapy itself won't help. It just means you and that therapist aren't going to work out.
Or a different method. And
Or,
like every therapist
exactly.
has a different method, so
Exactly. So
yeah.
just know that, it's difficult, but it's worth it. Yeah, now we can go on to the next
All right.
question. I really
Next
wanted to,
question.
yeah,
All right.
end it off
For
with that
sure.
message.
What frustrates you the most about life?
I'm gonna answer that in a general way, and then I guess I can go hyper specific. We just haven't like all gotten along yet. That
Mm.
we, as living entities, haven't realized. Like, man, you know what? It sucks for us. It sucks for everybody. Let's stop hating each other for no reason. And it's been obvious. Anytime different groups of people have come together, good things have happened. We still haven't realized that, despite doing that lesson, relearning that lesson multiple times. Frustrates me, pisses me off so much, because it's like,
Yeah.
we're all trying to make it, and we all have this great, big, beautiful planet that very much can allow us to, like, live life however we want. We should just do that. Like, we don't need to do all this needless, pointless BS. We can just live.
What excites you the most?
Very, very easy answer. Other people's excitement.
You really
If
like
other,
seeing other people excited?
oh yeah, if other people are excited about something,
Mm-hmm.
like, then it gets me excited to do whatever it is too.
Mm.
If somebody's like,
Okay.
"Oh man, you really gotta watch the show. I love it," it'll get me excited to watch it, because I like having things I can talk about with people.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to talk with them about this. In general, like my artist friend, like, he's been very excited about, because I've decided, yeah, I'm gonna work with him. He's my main artist, he's the guy.
Does good art.
Yeah, I decided to give him like as much lore, quote unquote, as I was making, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, this is cool. I like this." And there were
That's
just times
awesome.
where I like didn't feel creative at all. Just the well has run dry. The creative juices, they're not juicing.
Mm-hmm.
Just him being like, "Man, I really like this concept. I like what you're doing. Give me more." It just, I
Yeah.
was like, "All right, well, guess what?"
What is something you are proud of?
I know I keep asking you to elaborate more. Do you just mean that I have done personally, or just something I could, like, hypothetically, if aliens plucked me from the sky and were like, "You human, describe good things about humanity," I would point to this.
Not so much the last one, closer towards the first one of like, what is just something that when you think of fills you with pride of like, oh gosh, I feel good about myself about that.
Very much, I would say streaming, because, I mean, one, why wouldn't I be proud of it? But also, like, very much like me, like, my streams look, my characters look even,
Mm.
has changed and moved on despite many, many setbacks. There's the TF2 stream. There was me having to change my design because
Friend groups.
because of friend groups, and like my artist, old artist friend, being like, "Yeah, we'll do this with you. This seems fun, nice, right?" And then all of a sudden being like, I own this design in this character.
Oh.
Like, you're gonna like have to pay me for it
Oh
and stuff like
goodness.
that,
Yeah.
which I never minded doing.
It's just,
But it's the
yeah,
fact that originally it wasn't that,
yeah,
and now that it is that, I did not like.
and
I didn't like
appreciate.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm hearing more that you're proud of your personal growth,
yeah, and that I've been able to continue doing things that I love.
despite hardships.
Yeah,
Mm. What is your most prized possession, and why?
I guess this is like the most nerdy possible answer, but I guess I would say my computer because
Yeah.
you know, it's a big purchase that I haven't ever regretted. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to, thanks to it, I've been able to like play VR things. I've been able to, stream a lot of different things with almost no hassle.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Almost.
Almost.
But yeah, computers are great. They give you access to the internet, and then you can do stuff on the internet.
Yeah, like
It's cool.
mostly just thankful to like be able to have access to the internet and play and experience lots of things with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I would say is what makes it my most prized possession.
Yeah.
Because through it, I've been able to make lots of good memories.
How do you take care of yourself?
Yeah.
When you're having a bad day, how do you keep yourself from making it worse?
Well, there's just sometimes, just some days where you just gotta ride the wave till it's gone.
Yeah.
Um,
But when you're riding that wave, what do you do to make it easier?
I usually just listen to music and just
Yeah.
kind of let it go, let it pass, let it through me.
Mm.
Um, Sometimes it gets really bad, and I have to like, I have arguments with myself.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it gets overwhelming. You just gotta lay there and cry it out. Usually, yeah. If it's like, I'm just kind of in a like low scale, just kind of a bad, crappy-ish mood. I'll just talk to people. Ask them how their day is. Get a conversation going. Kind of forget about it. Really bad. I'll just I'll play some music. Maybe play a game that I know made me that I like playing. Maybe I'll like boot up Ratchet and Clank or something.
When are you the happiest?
Easily when I'm with Boydie, she's just
Mm-hmm.
very like, oh man, like she's undone a lot of things and helped me find out more about myself and how I like to express how I feel about people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously romantically, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get too into detail with that. But it's been very nice to go like, huh, I like doing this. I
Yeah.
didn't know that until now. And have it just like kind of naturally come out. It's like, this is weird. You've done something to me. I like it, but it's strange.
What did you do?
Yeah. But also, like, I really enjoyed Shogun was introducing me to Halo and we played the games together, and I got to
Mm-hmm.
like have him be excited and be like, "Ooh, we're getting to this point," and like tell
Mm-hmm.
me about different events and things. I also liked that with Warhammer. It's just a thing I really like. I like when people introduce me to things that they like, even if
Mm.
I don't appreciate it or like it as much as they do. I do like the fact that they went like, "Hey, this is I thought about this thing I liked, and I thought about you. I wanted to bring them together."
That is pretty fun.
I would say that is probably when I'm most happy. I am sorry. I think we are just gonna have to wrap it up now.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to go now.
No, it's
Thank
okay.
you
Go
so
ahead.
much.
I'll wrap this up.
All right. Goodbye.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me here. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I will wrap this up by myself. Scully had things to go do. If you liked Scully, Scully's cool. He's neat. If you liked him, 2-hour interview that we had today, you should probably go check out Scully at on Twitch. He streams. I'm glad that he was able to come on today. So unfortunately he had to leave so soon, but that's okay. And thank you for being here and and listening. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't know how to wrap this up, so I will end it here. Thank you all for being here, and take care of yourselves. See you later.